and welcome back to Online Kindergarten Music. This is Mr. Kanega, and believe it or not, it is the beginning of May, a new month. And we're going to celebrate springtime with some great singing today, some steady beat activities, some different games that you can try at home. And I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I'm so happy to be together. Let's get started with our hello song. Here we go. Hello everybody, yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed. Hello everybody, yes indeed, yes indeed, my darling. It's time for music everybody, yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed. It's time for music everybody, yes indeed, yes indeed, my darling. Super singing to start our day today. Remember to use your best singing voice all the way through music class. I have my slide whistle ready. I hope you're ready to do some echo slides with your voice. Just listen first to what I play and then you're going to join and sing on ooh, okay? You know the drill. A little bit trickier one. How about a really tricky one? Thumbs up for me. That sounded great. Okay. Now, we're also going to do a little bit of what I call vocal pitch exploration. And what that means is we're learning different pitches or high and low sounds. We're going to start it with our talking voice with Mr. Wiggle and Mr. Waggle. Get your thumbs ready, please, and copy what I do. This is the story of Mr. Wiggle and Mr. Waggle. Mr. Wiggle lived in one house. Mr. Waggle lived in another house. One day, Mr. Wiggle decided to go visit Mr. Waggle, so he opened his gate. He went outside. Boop. He closed the gate. And he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill until he got to Mr. Waggle's house. He knocked on the door. No answer. So he knocked some more. But still there was no answer. So he had to go home. And he went up the hill and down the hill. Join me. And up the hill and down the hill till he got to his own house. He opened the gate. He went inside. Boop. He closed the gate. And he went to sleep. Well, the next day, Mr. Waggle decided to go visit Mr. Wiggle and return the favor. So he opened the gate. He went outside. Whoop. He closed the gate, do it. Good. And he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill till he got to Mr. Wiggle's house. He knocked on the gate. No answer. So he really banged on the gate. Bang, 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 bang. Still no answer. So he had to go home. And he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill until he got to his own house. He opened up the gate. How do we do it? Good. He went inside. He closed the gate. And he went to sleep. Well, a couple days passed. And then Mr. Wiggle and Mr. Waggle decided to try to go visit each other. So they both opened their gates. How about that sound of two gates open? Louder, right? They both went outside. Boop. They closed their gates. And they went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill until they met in the road. Hello, Mr. Wiggle. Hello, Mr. Waggle. And they talked and they talked and they talked till it was time to go home. Goodbye, Mr. Wiggle. Goodbye, Mr. Waggle. And they went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill till they got to their own houses. They opened their gates. They went inside. Boop. They closed the gates. And they went to sleep. And sleeping reminds me of a bunch of little fish sleeping on a rock. So we're going to do our goldfish song next. Get ready to move. When it gets slow, we sleep on the rock. And then when the music gets faster, we follow whatever movement we're told to do in the song.
Lots of little fish were sleeping on a rock in the bottom of the ocean. They lifted up their heads and they shook out their tails and they said, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean. Then the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. They put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they were a little bit dirty, so they took a shower. And they washed their hair, and they washed their ears, and they washed their tummies, and they washed their very long fishy beards, and they washed their noses, and they washed their toes, and then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. We don't take showers. Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean. Then the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. They put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap.
Ride our bicycles in a minute.
And when they woke up, they decided to ride their bicycles.
Get on your bike.
So they rode to the left, and they rode to the right, and they rode all day, and they rode all night, 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 night. They rode down the hill, and then faster still, and then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. We don't ride bicycles. Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean. Then the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. And they put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they decided to brush their teeth. So they got out their toothbrush and their toothpaste, and they squeezed a little on. They really liked the taste. Then they put it in their mouth. They brushed north and south, and then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. We don't brush our teeth.
Pick a different fish to move.
Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean. Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean.
Excellent moving and following of directions. You may be seated for our next activity. Recently, we've been doing a lot of songs that tell stories. And we're going to keep that up with more and more story songs as we go through the rest of music this year. We're also going to be doing songs that celebrate different things. So celebrating can take a lot of different forms. And whether you know it or not, we've actually done some celebration songs already. Like our next song about the grand old flag. Do you remember the movements we did for this one? Let's just say the words and review the movements. We're not going to sing yet. We're just going to say the words and review the movements. Okay? Say it with me, please. You're a grand old flag. You're a high-flying flag. And forever in peace may you wave. Good. Then the next part goes, you're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Yeah, that's good. And then every heart, right? Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or a brag. That means we're not showing off because we're here. There's never a boast or a brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Those are our words, and that's how the rhythm goes. Let's turn on our song and sing through You're a Grand Old Flag twice. This is a song that celebrates what? Our country's flag. That's an example of a celebration song. Here we go. You're a grand old flag, singing all together. Sing.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true 'neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
One more time, even better singing. Let's have some fun.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true 'neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Keep your eye on the grand old flag.
Wow, that was a great way to celebrate our wonderful flag. And I hope that you're finding other ways to celebrate, maybe doing the Pledge of Allegiance at home, maybe singing the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem. Those are all celebration songs for our country and for our flag. Another thing that we often celebrate at this time of the year is the beginning of the baseball season or softball season. And when we go to a baseball game, oftentimes we sing a special song called Take Me Out to the Ball Game. If you know this one, join me in singing it. I'm going to sing it through once, all the way through so you can hear it if you have not heard it before. And then you can join me when you feel ready. Okay, this is the whole song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Okay, that's the whole song. Let's do the first little chunk. So I'm going to sing it, and then I'm going to ask you to echo right back. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. For it's root, root, root for the home. If they don't win, it's a shame, For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's try some bigger chunks. So I'm going to point to you when it's your turn to sing. Don't sing too early, okay? Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Try that much. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. My turn. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. My turn. For it's root, root, root for the Red Sox. For it's root, root, root for the Red Sox. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Good. Let's try our whole song together. Here we go. Ready, sing. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. For it's root, root, root for the Red Sox. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. If you have someone at home who's doing this music lesson with you, a fun thing to do is you can alternate saying 1, 2, 3. That means you can go back and forth. So I could go 1, 2, 3 strikes here, and then we all say out at the same time. It's a fun way to practice this song all together with other people and teach them. So the next time we're at a baseball game, we're going to be prepared because we know this great song celebrating baseball and being together with a big crowd at the fun game. In last week's lesson, we started to learn about reading what I call rhythm pies. It looked like this. Remember this? And what we do is we read right across the lines like a book, from the left over to the right, and then we go to the next line and the next line. It's just like reading a book. And we just say the name of the picture that we see each time, okay? What I'd like you to do a little bit differently this week is I'd like you to clap with me as we say these pies together, okay? I'm going to be patting on the table because I have to use one hand to hold up the book, but I'd like you clapping with your hands, okay? I'll give you 4 counts and then we're going to read right through. So we have an apple there, we have a lemon, we have a cherry, and we have a pumpkin. Let's read it. Clapping. 1, 2, clap and say. Pie, pie, apple pie. Pie, pie, lemon pie. Pie, pie, cherry pie. Pie, pie, pumpkin pie. That was really nice. We're using our ears to say that together. That's good. Do you notice anything different about when I say pie or when I say lemon? What's the difference between when I say pie and when I go lemon? That's true. When I say pie, how many times do I clap? Pie. Pie. Just once. What about lemon? Lemon has 2 syllables. It's a 2-clap word. Okay? Do you understand that difference? It's going to be very important as we keep going. We have some sounds that we read that have 1 clap and some that have 2 claps. Because when I turn the page around and they don't cut these fruits in half anymore, we got to remember that these are 2-clap sounds still. Apple is still 2 claps, even though we don't see 2 different shapes. Okay? But for cherry, we do see 2 different shapes. See that? That's kind of cool. Let's do this one again. And 1, 2, clap and say, pie, pie, apple pie, 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 lemon pie, 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 cherry pie, 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 pumpkin pie. Super! That's really awesome. We're going to start to have mostly just cherries going forward, okay? And you actually are going to have a chance to write some of these down. We do still have a couple apples and pumpkins sprinkled in there. But you can see the cherries are very clearly 2 clap words. Okay? Let's do this one together. Get your steady beat going. Clap or pat. And 1, 2, clap and say, pie, cherry, cherry, pie, cherry, apple, pie, pie. Pie, pie, pumpkin pie, cherry, cherry, pie, pie. That was really nice. What I want to do this time is I want to say this one silently. We're going to say it in our head with no voice this time. Just in our head. Okay? Don't say it out loud. 1, 2, clap and say in your head, pie. Okay, let's see if that helps us say it more together when we do it out loud. I'm going to turn my volume knob up to about a 5 or 6. We're going to say it out loud. And 1, 2, clap and say, pie, cherry, cherry, pie, cherry, apple, pie, 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 pumpkin pie, cherry, cherry, pie, pie. Excellent work. What I loved is that I could tell people were thinking ahead about the next line. As we got to the end of one line, we were already looking at what was coming next, so we weren't caught surprised by it. Excellent work reading those great rhythm pies. Let's play a few rounds of Simon Sings to make sure you're still awake and with me during this class. Simon Sings works like this. If I sing a direction like, put your hands on your head, you have to follow the direction. But if I say it and say, touch your ears, don't follow it. So singing voice, do it. Talking voice, don't do it. Here we go. Touch your nose. Touch your ears. Hands on your chin. Touch your shoulders. I caught some people. Don't do it if I use a talking voice. Touch your forehead. Pat on your tummy. Tap on your ear. Hope I didn't catch anyone. Hands in your head. Hands on your shoulders. Touch your cheeks. Touch your ears. Touch your elbows. I caught some more people. Hands on your head. Touch your nose. But don't pick your nose. Touch your chin. But don't pick your nose. Touch your shoulders. Touch your elbows. Clap your hands. Clap your hands 3 times. Caught some more. This is a really fun game to play if you have more people at home as well. And it's a good way to practice your singing voice and your talking voice and how those are different. And it's also good practice for listening to the difference between those 2 things. Simon Sings. This next song is another game you can do with your family at home called the Wonder Ball. It's a circle game, kind of like Pass the Witch's Broomstick, but it has a special song that goes with it, and let's learn it together now, okay? Listen to it the first time, okay? The Wonder Ball goes round and round, to pass it quickly you are bound. If you're the one to hold it last, I fear for you the game is past, and you are out, O-U-T, out. Just like that, okay? So I'm going to sing a little bit, and then you're going to echo. The Wonder Ball goes round and round. Try that. The Wonder Ball goes round and round. To pass it quickly you are bound. To pass it quickly you are bound. Good. If you're the one to hold it last, if you're the one to hold it last, I fear for you the game is past. I fear for you, the game is past. And you are out. O-U-T, out. Whoever's holding the ball at the end of the song, it's going to be passed around the whole time. The ball is going to be going around the circle as we sing. And whoever has it when we say O-U-T, out, that last out, that person is out of the game. Just for one turn, and then they can come back. Okay? Let's see if we can sing the song together. We're just going to do it a few times in a row, and you're going to get more and more confident as we go along. The wonder ball goes round and round. To pass it quickly you are bound. If you're the one to hold it last, I fear for you the game is past. For you are out. O-U-T, out. Okay, one more time. The wonder ball goes round and round. To pass it quickly you are bound. If you're the one to hold it last, I fear for you the game is past. And you are out. O-U-T, out. I hope you have the song down by now and you can teach it to someone at home or a few people and play this great Wonder Ball game. Let's enjoy a great song story called Puff the Magic Dragon as our final activity in class today. It's a great story. You're going to love it. It's one of my favorites.
The magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whene'er they came. Pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. A dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant's rings make way for other toys. One gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more. And Puff, that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. His head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff, that mighty dragon, sadly slipped into his cave. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
can see at the end of that story, Puff found a new friend to play with. So it's not a sad ending, it's a happy ending after all. And I love the beautiful illustrations in this book that show us that happy ending. Believe it or not, it's just that time again already, the end of our music class for this week. I really enjoyed being together. We did a great job learning about musical stories, starting to learn about celebrating with music. I have some great celebration songs in store next week and in coming weeks, so I'm really excited about that, and I enjoy so much being with you in music class each week. Let's sing our goodbye song. Goodbye, everybody, yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed. Goodbye, everybody, yes indeed, yes indeed, my darling. Love you tons. Have a super week.